It's the audacity for me. Like, bro, what do you mean? Allowing your best friend to talk to your wife in a very disrespectful manner and you say nothing, like you're actually saying nothing. You're not even correcting your bestie. You're not correcting her. You're not putting her in her place. Allowing your friendship with your bestie to overshadow your marriage. Like, what the F? Guys, I saw this movie and I was super angry. Like I was angry to my bone marrow. I can understand what friendship and marriage are doing together in the same equation. Like, excuse you. Look, everybody needs to have a friend like Obi. Everybody needs to have that friend that would always want to fight your battle. That friend that would always open your eyes to what you are blinded to. Guys, in as much as I was so pissed with some events that transpired in this movie, I was equally so happy. Like I laughed. Really, guys, this movie had it all. This movie is a total package. It brought the love, it brought the humor, it brought the buzzbuzz. Everything they share for this movie, Room for Loyalty is a must-watch movie, guys. There's a lot of things to learn from this movie, and I mean a whole lot of things to learn from this particular movie, and you are so going to have a great laugh. Guys, listen to me. This movie, they cure depression. If you are having a bad day, run along to Sonia Uche's TV on YouTube and watch Room for Loyalty. You are sure going to have a very great laugh. So guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Substance TV, and in today's video I'll be reviewing the movie titled Room for Loyalty, directed by Simon Chukwuemeka and screenplay by BB Charles. This movie tells the story of Chioma, a village naive girl who got married to Frank, a very wealthy, young, good-looking, handsome man. So Chioma loved her husband so much. She was proud of her husband. She respected her husband. His happiness was her priority. She wanted this, her husband's happiness. Her husband literally changed her life. Her husband loved her, so she wanted to do everything to make sure that she sees her husband happy. No matter what her husband is doing wrong to her, that it doesn't sit right with her, as far as it makes her husband happy, she's okay by it. Yes, so Frank, on the other hand, was a very loyal husband who loved his wife so much but was blinded to see how much his actions hurt his wife so much. So apparently, Frank had a best friend named Sonia, character played by Adeze Eluke. These people had been friends for a very long time. They had a very deep bond. They were platonic friends. They prioritized each other so much and they were willing to come through for one another. But then again, Frank's friendship with Sonia was overshadowing his marriage. Like, Sonia was literally controlling Frank's home, disrespecting Frank's wife constantly, making Chioma feel so unwanted, uncared for, saying demeaning things to her. But Chioma condoned all that just because Frank was happy that his friend is in his life. Okay, Frank loved his friend so much that, she mattered to him a lot, as well as his wife, Chioma. So she had to just swallow such heavy pill. Then we have Obi, a character played by Ekene Umennwa. Obi happens to be Chioma's best friend, Chioma's, personal person. This lady was equally married, but she was having marital issues. So she came to stay with Chioma for a period of time before going back to her house. Yes. So in Chioma's house, Obi had experienced things that shocked her. She was not able to understand what was going on in Chioma's home. The whole disrespect in Chioma's house as the full wife, the lawfully wedded wife. Okay, Obi was shocked to hear that Frank had a bestie who is dragging position with the wifey of the house. This lady couldn't tolerate it. This lady attacked her friend Chioma immediately, confronted her. What is going on in your house? Okay, she literally opened Chioma's eyes to the things she blinded the eyes to. And then, Chioma was acting like it wasn't getting to her. She was acting like she was cool with it. Not until one day Chioma realized that she has eaten enough, she has taken enough. Okay, she realized that she's being sidelined in her marriage, that her husband doesn't even care about what she wants but what his bestie wants, and then she decided to speak up. Yes, the whole action was gingered by Obi. Guys, the energy Obi brought into this movie, and the sense Obi put into her friend's head, and also how she opened her friend eyes to, it was a lot. Okay, so Chema for the first time challenged her husband, telling him that she doesn't like the way she's being treated in her home, in her marriage, and how he's always about his best friend. And guys, I was so excited that Choma spoke up. Like, I had always waited for her to speak up. And guess Frank's response. Hey, this guy really shocked me. This guy said that, "Are you talking to me like that? Oh, you started growing wings. That your friend is now teaching you on how to speak to me anyhow, Abi." Like, this guy wasn't even reasonable enough to understand what his wife was driving at. He was about, "Oh, you have grown wings, blah blah blah." And I'm like, bro, I beg, go sit down. When it comes to your wife, you have mouth, but if it's your bestie, you be doing like someone that don't have mouth to talk. Like, the way this guy, just attacked his wife for airing her views on what is going on in the house that she doesn't like. This man got offended because his wife for the first time spoke to him. His wife for the first time challenged him. I was like, imagine, because this man don't they keep quiet since he thinks that I can ride on her. And I love what baby girl said. She was like, "You see that we need to talk about? He don't date since I just keep him peacefully." Guys, it was crazy. Like, I love that. Okay, so yeah, after some time, Frank had to just think things through and realize that he had actually been doing too much. Okay, he realized his mistake in his marriage and he was willing to change. Yeah, so that was how the movie ended. Yeah, it ended on a very good note. So guys, I loved literally everything about this movie because this is a romantic comedy drama, and it brought the whole drama, it brought the comedy, it brought the romance. Everything was in the right proportion in this film. Yes, the actors came in correct. Sonia Uche played her character as a naive village girl married to a very wealthy, handsome man, and she was trying to keep her marriage, she was trying to protect her marriage and make her husband happy. She was brilliant in that, her character, and as well, she also brought the humor into this character, especially with the character played by Ekene Umennwa as Obi. Obi was great, guys. Ekene is really an actress. Like, this lady genuinely brought the humor to the film. She was effortlessly funny. She lived her character. Like, her acting, her expression, her reaction, her body language, everything about her character was funny. Okay, she was effortlessly funny. She was natural in her acting, and her character was enjoyable. You literally love her. You would laugh out. She brought a lot of joy into this film. I love this pair, Sonia and Ekene. These two are two funny ladies, two effortlessly funny women. They did super well in this film. Frank, played by Bryan Okwara, was exceptional as well. He was able to convincingly play the character of a man who wasn't able to balance friendship and marriage, of a man blinded by what his action was doing to his home. Okay, he was demure in his acting, he was calm, he was gentle, he was loving. I love the energy Bryan brought into his character, into the movie. It was so good, it was great. Bryan gave us a very brilliant performance in this film. I also love the character played by Adeze Eluke as Sonia. So this lady, she brought the spice into the movie, playing the character of a very controlling and self-entitled best friend. A best friend who thinks that she can run her bestie's home. Okay, she was pretty annoying in this film, but then again, her character needed that, and she portrayed that character so well. She was equally brilliant in her character. All the characters in this movie were amazing. Storyline on point. A lot of things to learn about this film. Yes, I love I love the cinematography of this film as well. I love the directing on point. It was great. The director did a very great work in this film. Yes. So I love this movie because it didn't only bring the entertainment to us, we also took something home. We learned a lot from this movie. And number one is, in a marriage, yeah, couples should learn how to balance friendship and marriage. Okay, these are two different things. Do not allow your friendship with your friend to come in the line of your marriage, of your relationship, because it tears things apart. Okay, respect yourselves. There should be boundaries. Okay, as a married couple, do not involve external parties into your marriage. We saw that. We saw the case in this movie where Bryan allowed his best friend to always come to the house, make decisions, take charge, and that really cost a lot for him. Okay, if not that he married a very good wife, I think his marriage wouldn't have worked. Okay, so we should respect boundaries in marriages. Yes. So another thing I took home from this movie is that as a couple, you should learn how to respect yourself regardless. So we saw how Sonia's character respected her husband in as much as she was complaining to her friend Obi on what her husband was doing that she didn't like, and Obi always trying to talk and fight for her. We saw in the case where Chioma would say, "You see my husband, don't even insult him at all. I don't joke with him." Regardless of how her husband treated her, she made it clear that, "You see my husband, now no go area. Don't even disrespect him. Don't talk to him anyhow. I will not take it from you at all. If you try it, me and you will have problem. Please, you can say whatever you want to say, insult whoever, but you see my husband, don't just go there." Respect. That's one thing that was made clear in this film. Another lesson this movie taught is couples and open communication. As couples, talk about things that don't sit right with you. Talk about problems. Do not hide. Do not conceal things. Be open to communication. In the case of Chioma, we saw how Chioma communicated to her husband. Even when the husband didn't take it well, she still communicated it and she kept on singing it to him. Okay, she did that in a very respectful manner. She didn't do it in a way that would bring about fights or disrespect. No, she communicated to him in a very respectful manner. And as a man, when your wife brings issues to you in such manner, even if you don't support it the very first time, because of the way she communicated it to you, you as a man will sit down, understand her, and come to terms and even reason with her on, what she said. And then you see that everything just comes out fine. Yes, you should learn how to be open to communication and learn the right and the best way to communicate with your spouse without insulting or saying things that would hurt a person. At first, when Chioma communicated with her husband the things that she didn't like, her husband didn't take it in immediately, like he was upset. But later on, as she kept on saying it, he thought about it, he understood her, and he made amends. Okay, it's only a man that doesn't want peace in his home that would not sit down to think about what his wife had peacefully communicated to him about. Okay, that's why they will always say, marry a kind man. All right, like I said, guys, there's a lot of beautiful things to learn about this movie. This movie is super educating, it is entertaining, it brought the whole package to us. Yes, guys, so if you are yet to see the movie Room for Loyalty, what are you waiting for? This movie is a really amazing movie and you're so going to enjoy it. So guys, for those who have seen this film, let me know what you think about this movie in the comment section. And for those who are yet to see this movie, run along to Sonia Uche's TV to watch Room for Loyalty. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.